All right, hello everyone. Am I on? I would like to call, but do you hear it? Hello?
Test, test.
Test? It is? Okay. I would like to call the May 21st, 2025 meeting of the Board of Education to order. Will the secretary to the board please call the roll?
Balig.
Here.
Castillo.
Here.
Frangidakis.
Here.
Lang.
Here.
Ruffalo.
Here.
Triantafilos.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Dr. Losi, would you please lead the audience in the pledge? Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the closed and regular session meetings of April 16th, 2025 as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Jeremiah.
Second.
Second by Dave. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Balig.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Lang.
Yes.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Triantafilos.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion approved. Is there a motion to approve the accounts payable for the month of May 2025 as follows? Educational Fund, $1,233,124.89. Operations and Maintenance Fund, $262,973.71. Debt Fund, 0. Transportation Fund, $436,327.50. Capital Projects Fund, $929,195.39. Working Cash Fund, 0. Student Activity Fund, $31,593.58, for a total of $2,893,215.07.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Jeremiah, second by Serge. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Castillo.
Yes.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Lang.
Yes.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Triantafilos.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Balig.
Yes. Motion approved. Is there a motion to approve the payroll for the month of April 2025 as follows? Education Fund, $4,145,983.47. Building Fund, $70,279.35. Transportation Fund, $14,565.52. IMRF SS Fund, $83,417.46, for a total of $4,314,245.80.
So moved.
Motion by Jeremiah.
Second.
Second by Zach. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Lang.
Yes.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Triantafilos.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Balig.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
Motion approved. I have not received any blue card this evening on agenda items. Dr. Sutton, I will hand it over to you to share information on the Addison Great Shake and our final round winner.
100%. I am excited to be here tonight. One annual event is recognizing all the student council members and sponsors. Another annual event that we have now evolved to, and this is already our third year, is the Great Shake competition at Indian Trail Junior High. For all my elementary school friends out there right now, I really want you to listen up, because many of you will have the eligibility to be a part of this. Even though Indian Trail has 1,200 plus students, there is a soft skills competition. How well can you think on your feet? How well can you make eye contact? How well can you interact with folks? How well can you really, really give yourself the opportunity to be somebody that is memorable when you interact with both students and adults? Manny, I would encourage you and invite you to come stand on up here, please. So I want to introduce the winner of this year's Great Shake winner, Manny Bothwell. Let's give him another round of applause. Manny made it through multiple rounds, multiple different instances, multiple judges to be the winner. And Manny, why don't you go ahead and show what your special prize is, because I'm not sure if he knows either, so this will be kind of fun for all of us.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There are 3,500 students, give or take, that make up the school district. Manny, your soft skills, your charisma, and your ability to think on your feet, you are an exceptional young man. When you go to that high school, you remember you're Addison 4, and you're going to represent us well. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. Let's give Manny another round of applause. Next up, I am going to hand it over to Dr. Losi. It is also my pleasure to introduce and recognize all of our student councils. Dr. Losi.
Yes, if I could ask President Bollig and Dr. Sutton to come to the front. We are going to invite our schools up one by one to talk about the great things that they did this year. We are going to start with Lake Park Elementary.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Christina Villalobos. I'm the principal at Lake Park Elementary School. This is one of my favorite nights so that we can see all the great things that all of our schools are doing. So I would like to congratulate my student council and their sponsors, Mrs. Parumba and Ms. Correa, who is not able to be here today. And I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Parumba, who will introduce our officers for this evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here and see all of you. This is such an exciting time to end the school year and to honor these children. I'd like to introduce our president. Stand over here. This is Sebastian Rodriguez. He's our president. Our vice president is Noah Gutierrez. Our secretary, Amy Zamora. And our treasurer is Alyssa Villarreal. And then we have an environmentalist also. He wasn't able to attend tonight, and that's Jovan Bamra. So I'd like for Sebastian to come on up and start our presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Sebastian Rodriguez, and I am Lake Park Student Council President. I'd like to share some of the awesome accomplishments from this 2024-2025 school year. Our year began with officer elections and learning about each other's positions and how we work together to assist our school community as well as others in our community and country. During the fall, Lake Park raised $100 for victims of Hurricane Helene, and after the new year, Lake Park continued to assist victims of the California wildfires with a smaller donation. In February, along with our Lake Park's PTA, sponsored a Valentine's dance and collected food donations as a prize to enter our dance. The collected foods were donated to the food pantry. Also, during the month of February, Valentine's suckers were sold as well as pencils and erasers to support additional school and community needs. Along with supporting local and national donations, this year, Lake Park Student Council provided school spirits events throughout the school year. I would like to introduce my student council officers. Vice President Noah Gutierrez.
As Vice President, I supported the President and assisted during fundraisers at Lake Park. I attended and participated in monthly officer meetings. Also, during a short absence of the President, I shared morning announcements with Lake Park School, took over presidential responsibilities, and conducted a monthly officers and student council meeting.
Secretary Amy Zamora.
As a secretary, I took notes at our monthly meetings, give input at our monthly officer meetings, and assisted during fundraisers throughout the school year.
Treasurer Elisa Villarreal.
As treasurer, I attended monthly officer meetings and provided input with upcoming school events. I counted money raised at our many fundraisers and assisted younger representatives after monthly meetings to give reports to classrooms.
Environmentalist Jobin Bamra. As Lake Park's environmentalist, I would provide a green tip of the week during the morning announcements and organized and provided classrooms recycling weekly pickup. Thank you for the opportunity to share our responsibilities and activities with you this evening.
Would you like to hold my pencil? Thank you, Lake Park. Next up, Wesley.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, teachers, and family and friends. My name is Loredana Pizzo-Ferrato, Vice President, and I'm proud to speak on behalf of the Wesley Elementary Student Council. Before we begin, I would like to introduce the members of the Student Council Board. Joe Dempsey, our President, Sugi Kim, our Treasurer, and Olivia Schaaf, our Secretary. Our Student Council sponsors, Ms. Loriano, Ms. Perez, Ms. Baumgartner, and Ms. Gungarzik. This year has been full of fun, learning, and helping others. And we are excited to share what we've done. Now, I'll take you through the full story of our accomplishments this year. In October, we kicked off the year with the NET Assembly. It reminded us to never give up, to do our best, and treat others with kindness. In November, we showed gratitude by writing thank you cards to each other. It felt really good to spread kindness around our school. During December, we helped make the holiday special by sponsoring 3 families. We provided gifts to show those families how have a joyful holiday season. Throughout the year, we had fun spirit days like Breast Cancer Awareness Day, where we wore pink to show people fighting cancer, Jersey Day to show our team spirit, and Spring Countdown, where we wore bright colors to celebrate the changing season. In February, during Kindness Week, we made a special bulletin board where students wrote what they liked about themselves. It helped us feel proud and confident. In March, we celebrated St. Patrick's Day by wearing green and spreading cheer around the school. In April, for Autism Acceptance Month, we wore clothes that showed what we made each of us unique. We also shared facts about autism over the intercom to help raise awareness and understanding. We also did some amazing service projects, like writing Veterans Day cards for soldiers throughout the Adopt a Soldier program. It was our way of saying thank you for the service. This May, we decorated lockers and pulled up posters around the school for girls in the Girls on the Run program. We cheered them on and supported their hard work and confidence. To help pay for these projects, we held fundraisers like selling candy canes and ring pops. With that money, we donated a Squishmallow basket for the Wesley Gala raffle, provided lunch for the teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week, and made donations to support our school and clubs. And of course, we had a great time dancing at the Wesley Sock Hop, one of our favorite school traditions. Before I finish, we want to say thank you to our Student Council sponsors for helping turn our ideas into action, and most importantly, give a big thank you to our principal for always supporting us and cheering us on. At this time, we would like to share a special gift for Ms. Capiga. This year has been amazing, and we are proud of what we've done together. Thank you for listening, and go Wesley.
Thank you, Wildcats. Next up, Ardmore Black Bears.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kira Doman, the principal at Ardmore. I just want to take a minute and say a huge thank you to Paula Marino, who has been our student council rep for many years and does an outstanding job, as well as our 4 officers this year who knocked it out of the park. So they're going to take over and introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Paloma Munoz, and I am president of Ardmore Student Council. This year we did a lot of fundraising so we could purchase fun prizes and rent games for our fun fair and stock our vending machine with books. This year we sold Lucky Rubber Ducks and Shamrock Pens for St. Patrick's Day. My favorite spirit day was Bring Your Plushie to School Day. Now I'll turn it over to Vice President. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Finnegan Campbell. I'm the Vice President of Ardmore School. This year, we had a candy cane and ornament kit sale in December. We sold lots of fun flavored candy canes, and it was a huge success. My favorite spirit day that we had was Jersey Day, and thankfully we were able to have one Jersey Day a month. Now a word from our secretary. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily Heina, and I am the Ardmore secretary. This year we continue to sell our Ardmore blankets, pencils, and erasers. I had fun picking spirit days this year. My favorite spirit day was Pajama Day, and luckily we had more in the winter because it was super cold. Next is our treasurer. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olegario Marquez, and I'm the treasurer of our school. This year I kept track of the money we earned from our sales. I had to unfold a lot of dollar bills and save for a lot of coins. We had fun looking at the fun fair games and prizes while you're choosing teacher appreciation gifts together. My first spirit day is the ABC countdown that we are doing now. Thank you, Ms. Owen, for letting us do all this fun stuff this year. We are going to miss you next year. Have a great summer. Thank you.
Well done, Ardmore. Next up, Fullerton.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Bolton. I'm the principal over at Fullerton Elementary School. I want to introduce this impressive group of young students and the great work they've done with Student Council. Now I'm going to just hand it off to our sponsors, Miss Mary Piscopo and Miss Hira Qureshi.
We're handing it off to the kids.
Good evening. My name is Nadia Kopach. I am co-president of Fullerton Student Council. This year has been an incredible journey filled with fun, excitement, and kindness. One of the ways we spread kindness was through our candy cane grams for Christmas and our Smental Friendship grams for Valentine's Day. For just $1, you could send a sweet treat or a scented pencil to a friend, teacher, or even yourself. It turns out nothing says, "I appreciate you," quite like a piece of candy or a pencil that smells like root beer. We also had some cool spirit weeks. We had Decades Day, where students dressed up in styles from different time periods, and our ABC Countdown to build excitement for summer break. Some of my favorites have been Anything But a Backpack Day, Outside Day, and Western Day. As the school year comes to an end, I would like to thank all the student council members, our teachers, and our principal, Mr. Bolton. Your support and involvement made this year unforgettable. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elliot Beltran, and I am our communications officer. I really like working at our school shop. The school shop is a fun place where students can find more than just the usual school supplies. A fun thing we offered were squishies, which I bought many of. We also sold fun erasers, scented gel pens, and more.
Hello, my name is Paulina. I'm our secretary. We once again had 2 service projects. We collected Pop-Tops for the Ronald McDonald House. They received money for the Pop-Tops, which helped families stay for free when their children were in hospital. Last year we collected 127 pounds, and we hope to beat that. We also collected bread tags for an organization called Danielle Cares for Chairs. This group collects bread tags and receives money for them. That money goes to buying wheelchairs for kids in need. We are very proud of our students for helping others.
Hello, my name is Evelyn Ortiz. I am Fullerton Elementary Student Council co-president this school year. There were many fun events that the Student Council ran. One of my favorites was the snowman coloring contest. For the snowman coloring contest, students receive a plain and uncolored snowman with no facial features. Students colored and decorated their snowman however they liked. There were so many unique snowmen and great color choices on them. Students chose a winner for each of their classrooms. The winners received a coupon for the school shop. The winners also got their snowman hung up on a board in the hallway of our school so that everyone could admire the beautiful snowman creations. Another favorite event was the color run. At the color run, students and families ran or walked a 5K and got sprayed with colored powder. When you're done running, you can look at yourself and others to see the wonderful splash of colors on your clothing. At this event, you could also paint your hand in any color you'd like and press it on a banner. This would make your handprint, and it would also be a way of saying, I participated in the color run. Medals were given to the participants. There was also Kona ice at this event. This was a fun way of cooling off, talking to friends, and a nice treat. Funds were also collected to be donated to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The student who collected the most money donations won a prize, and this school year, it was a Nintendo Switch. We collected around $2,000 to donate. I love seeing all the color on everyone at this fun event. This year's event was a great success. Thank you.
Well done, Lions. Next up, Indian Trail.
Hello, I'm Francie Kapp. I'm the principal at Indian Trail. I wanted to briefly thank Mrs. Liss and Mrs. Goodwin. They're our club sponsors, and they've helped support our students this year. And now I'm going to let our students speak.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Manny Bothwell, and this year I have been Indian Trail's co-president, along with Jaden Harrell. Our board of officers this year has also included our secretary, Ariana Castillo, and our historian, Eviana Castillo, as well as a few other student council members. This year, student council focused on promoting school spirit for both our students and our staff, as well as helping our Addison community.
We wanted to highlight our favorite things we did over the school year. For Halloween, we held an all-school costume contest. It was awesome to see how creative our classmates are with their costumes. We collected over 250 food items for our Thanksgiving food drive and donated the items to the Good Samaritan United Methodist Church of Addison. We sold candy grams in December. It was fun to provide some holiday cheer for our classmates. In February, we wanted to make sure every student and staff member received a sweet treat on Valentine's Day, and we delivered heart-shaped lollipops to every advisory class. We also planned multiple spirit weeks throughout the year too. Our favorites were Wacky Hair Day, Twin Day, PJ Day, and College Color Day.
Our most successful event this year was by far Pia Teacher Day. On March 14th, multiple brave teachers and administrators volunteered to be pied in the face by students. Students selected, won our Brave Buck raffle, and then picked which teacher they wanted to pie. A shout out to Dr. Sutton, who saw how much fun this event can be in the 6th grade lunch, and then volunteered to be pied in the face during the 7th grade lunch the next period.
Student Council isn't just a club. It is a family that wants to make sure the Indian Trail community is a better place and prepare for future careers. We urge all the 5th graders to join Student Council next year.
Thank you, Indian Trail Braves. Next up, Stone.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Dave Smoger. I am the principal at Stone Elementary School. I'd like to first thank and introduce our 2 student council sponsors, Mrs. Megan Monreal and Mrs. Danielle Rader. Thank them for their support and leadership for our amazing student council. And I'm going to turn it over to Addison, our PTA, our student council president.
Good evening. We are the Stone School Executive Board members. I am Addison, the president. This is Mila, our vice president. This is Hiba, our communications officer, and Alex, our treasurer. Stone School has held many fun spirit days and fundraisers.
For example, we recently had the Change Challenge to help raise money to donate to the Lucky Finn Project. The Lucky Finn Project helps support people that have limb loss and differences. Using the money we raised, we voted for Mr. Smoger, our principal, to be duct taped to the wall. Also, for the last 26 days of school, we hosted the ABC Countdown with Spirit Days. Some of the things we did for the ABC Countdown are Team Day, where we wore our favorite sport jerseys, Popsicle Day, where we had our popsicles with our class, and Sunglasses Day, where we wore our favorite sunglasses to school.
We also have a Stone School store that sells items like erasers, lead pencils, lead, scissors, and colored pencils. Student Council has sponsored many themed coloring contests. Winners receive tiger bucks to spend at the school store. Additionally, at Christmas and Valentine's Day, we sell candy grams for students and teachers to send treats to their friends at Stone School. We would like to extend a special thank you to the teachers and parents who have supported us throughout the school year. We are so grateful to have been chosen for the Student Council Executive Board and to have this opportunity to be able to tell you about all of the amazing things happening at Stone School. Thank you.
Outstanding job, Stone. Next up, Lincoln Bulldogs.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of my school, I would like to thank all of you guys for coming this evening. Your support means a lot to all of us standing up here today. My name is Emily Taylor, and I'm the president of Lincoln Elementary Student Council this year. I love being a part of this team because we had a lot of fun in interacting school activities, and I love being a part of the school I grew up in. At this time, I would like to introduce the rest of the team. Our co-president, Martina Ayala, Vice President, Aaron Garcia, Secretary, Alani Gonzalez, Treasurer, V. Nugent, Environmentalist, Isaac Hernandez, and our representatives, Ava Maldonado, Kenya de los Santos, Ariane Recinos Vasquez, and Ryan Garcia. As a team, we have done a lot of fun things this year. We work at a student council store every Wednesday during recess, which is always a great time. We love seeing students from the entire school. We sponsored several Spirit Weeks throughout the year and planned our 26 days of celebration, which has been a blast. Some of the fun days we had this year have been Tea Day, which is traveling zoo. We had an awesome traveling zoo of reptiles assembly in our gym, which everyone loved. P Day was Performance Day, and we had a school talent show. We were all in awe of everything that students performed. And let me tell you, Lincoln's got talent. Last but not least, today was V-Day, which is Video Day. All students got to watch a movie. In addition to those fun activities, we sponsored Christmas gifts for the Giving Tree, sold candy grams for Valentine's Day, and sold roses for Mother's Day. We are so grateful for each and every teacher for all their hard work and committed day in, day out. I have been at Lincoln since kindergarten, and being a part of Student Council has been very special to me because I get to represent the school I love. It is an honor to be the face of Student Council. At this time, I would like to thank our Student Council sponsors, Mrs. Grignani and Mrs. Savalio. They have made this experience fun and enjoyable for all of us, and we appreciate the hard work they have put into Student Council this year.
Hola, yo me llamo Martina Ayala Araujo. Hoy hice un poema para mi escuela. Querido Lincoln, este año estuve bien. Agradecido para Miss Grignani y Miss Savalio por escogerme para el presidente de Student Council. Yo quise estar en el Student Council cuando primero llegué en cuarto grado. Agradezco a Miss Vázquez. Ella era mi primer maestra cuando primero llegué. Y era amistosa y también cariñosa. Y por eso estoy escribiendo este poema para la escuela. Gracias por mis amigos que hicieron la escuela divertida. Cuando llegué a la escuela, primero que hago es llegar con mis amigos. Había muchos niños que no conocía, pero me trataban bien como todos. Por eso estoy agradecido por todos que me han tratado bien.
Thank you for coming tonight, and we hope you enjoyed listening to all of the great things each of our student councils have done this year.
Go Bulldogs!
Thank you.
Go Bulldogs. Last but not least, I'd like to invite the Army Trail Beavers up.
Obviously, I am not Dr. Warren, the principal of Army Trail. Her youngest child is graduating high school this evening, so she could not make it. But I am going to introduce Carrie Zatarski, the sponsor for Army Trail Student Council.
Hello, thank you all for coming. I'm going to hand it right over to our president, Zara.
Good evening. My name is Zara Khan, and I am the Army Trail Student Council President.
My name is Jose Marquez, and I'm the Vice President.
My name is Frida Villegas, and I'm the Secretary.
My name is Adeline Vidal, and I'm the Student Council Treasurer.
In the beginning of the year, we held our elections and picked classroom assignments. Each student council member was assigned a different class to report back to after meetings. Our meetings were a lot of fun. Throughout the year, we made posters, planned for activities, and organized school spirit days and weeks to help raise school spirit in fun ways. Some of our favorites included Decades Day, Aloha Day, Mustache Day, and of course, Pajama Day. We also had Hispanic Heritage Week, and where we dressed up as famous people to honor their history and culture.
We had a Thanksgiving food drive and brought donations into to be shared with members of our community in need. In December, we made candygrams, sending candy canes with positive, kind notes to our classmates. We made and painted penguin ornaments for our teachers' Christmas presents. Each one was different. It was fun passing them out to everyone.
We made Valentines with positive messages and hung hearts around the school to help remind everybody to be kind. We also celebrated Kindness Week with a bulletin board decorated that had smile-ograms that students and teachers could take to send positive messages to someone.
We made and hung positive posters and messages around the school testing weeks to encourage and remind students to always try their best, and we were very excited to start our ABC countdown to the end of the year. We sold Smensel, Snickers, Smiley Jellies, and some Sments. Everybody loves selling. It's so fun and helps us learn about money and math. We showed our gratitude during Teacher Appreciation Week by giving teachers little gifts to remind them to take time and care for themselves, and had a raffle. We finished out the year with a pizza party for all our hard work. It was a fun celebration, and we discussed successes and the challenges of the year. We had a great year, Student Council. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening and a great summer.
Thank you to all of our student councils and our student council sponsors.
All right, well, we very much enjoy having this large crowd. We will take a brief recess. If any families would like to not stay for the latter portion of this board meeting, that is perfectly all right. So we'll pause for just a few minutes, and you can feel free to go. Thank you so much to everyone who presented today. You did a great job. Sure. We also, if you'd like to come up and take pictures, feel free to do that.
The mic needs to be higher. Wow, that kid is such a good speaker with a great shape. Oh my God. I think he's gonna be like a future like lawyer, politician, like very well spoken for his age. Yeah. So someone dropped it off. There was a guy in a suit. He gave it to her, and we just passed the crown. I don't know.
All right, we're going to start in about 1 more minute. All right, I think we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Mr. Williams, we're down to committee reports. So, Mr. Williams, did you want to review the LEND meeting of April 25th?
Sure. As Chris mentioned, the meeting was on April 25th. It was via Zoom, and Dr. Sutton and I attended. We went over some of the bills coming out of Springfield. I'm going to review a few of them that would impact our school district. House Bill 1072 is a bill that would require every school district in the state to have mobile panic alert systems. We already have a Blue Point system, and one of the districts that was at that meeting stated that the cost for their district, and it was a very small district, would be approximately $150,000 per year. This is a typical unfunded mandate coming out of Springfield. Another bill, Senate Bill 1519, would handcuff our police liaison officers from giving out tickets in the school district if some student was breaking a law. So it handcuffs us to that degree. House Bill 3772 would severely limit the what a administration would be able to handle as far as K-2 students on discipline issues. We'd be taking more control away from the schools again. House Bill 2427 is the cell phone ban, and that is still going forward. One of the things in that bill, well, first of all, I think it should be up to the individual district whether or not they want to have a cell phone ban. That's my personal opinion. But the other thing is they've got a line item in there that says a parent can get a physician's note that says a student has to have a phone. Just think of the abuses you would have with that line item. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think it would be a waste of time doing it. Anyway, every one of the bills I just mentioned are just another case of Springfield trying to run individual districts. And all of these, a lot of these things cost money in one way or another. But anyway, that's just, there's a bunch of other bills that you have in your packet to go over. There's another LEND meeting this Friday, and I will be voting on our dues are increasing by 2.9%, and they will be $5,118 per year. Any questions from the board?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Williams. Next up, we have the Dual Language Committee meeting. Mr. Lang.
Yeah, we met and we started by reviewing some data for the dual language programs in District 4, some things like how many English speakers who are, English-only speakers who are enrolled in dual language, and the number of families who opted out of dual language and why, just kind of getting an understanding of you know, what's going on in the district in terms of dual language. We also discussed the focus on providing supports for lower grades, those kids in who are English learners in order to transition them out of being an English learner sooner. And we reviewed the goals for the next school year, testing for Spanish proficiency via LAS links, as well as dual language professional development and English learner resource team. We also discussed recruitment for our dual language programs. We have fantastic dual language programs, and we'd like to get as many kids in those programs as possible. Anything I missed?
I would just add on that last point, there's been a lot of interest from the board and in the community about accelerated or kind of honors type programs, and I think Dr. Sutton raised a great point that we really need to be framing the dual language program in that way, because it gives our children the opportunity to work through our program, and then when they're in high school at 88 and have a seal of biliteracy on their diploma when they graduate, which is a huge advantage. So I think that moving forward, as we talk about the recruitment, like really selling this as an advanced program for kids and an opportunity is important.
Agreed.
No, you covered it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Mr. Frangidakis, you were updating on Technology Committee.
Yeah, so on May 5th, the Tech Committee met. We talked about some of the new positions in the department. We then talked about overall the workload in the department, some of the ticket trend data, response time, making sure that issues are resolved in a timely fashion. Looked at the data from last year. And then we also talked about the new Chromebooks that are happening in the fall, that every student in the district will be issued a new Chromebook, as the current ones that they have are pretty much at the end of their useful life. And that was pretty much it. Jeremiah, Tasso, if you guys have anything to add.
All right, any other questions? No? Okay. And then I will report on the Budget Committee meeting. We met on May 13th. Two main items. One was looking at the final FY25 amended budget. We will have a hearing on that and then a vote on approving that at the June meeting. In relation to that, we talked about really just forecasting, and most of the challenge around this year really related to, Mrs. Marghese, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of one-to-one support students, one-to-one support some students need or placement, because there's a lot of cost associated with that, and especially with an incoming kindergarten class, understanding what that expense is going to look like for a given year is very challenging. But so we did talk about how to kind of manage that going forward to avoid having to do amending in the future. And then we also looked at the FY26 budget. That will also, the tentative budget, be on the agenda next month. Any questions on that? All right, and then finally, Mr. Ruffalo, can you talk to us about buildings and grounds?
Well, thank you for saving the best committee report for last. Real quick, we talked about summer of 2025 construction, and it's already started. I know it doesn't feel like summer out there, but the chiller at IT has been placed, or at least one of the chillers at IT has been placed, and they're working through all the connections for that one. We've heard that all the ACUs are in hand. Fire alarm systems are being put in place at those schools that are getting them. And I believe that most of the schools should probably be packed up by now and are ready, the ones that are getting the work, primarily Wesley School and its Innovation Center and Entryway project. They're all geared up and almost ready to get the whole project going. 2026, thanks to my friends in the Budget Committee, some things have to probably get tweaked a little bit. Knowing that dollars and cents have been tough, we do plan on recommending we continue with the Wesley School project, HVAC in the gym floor project in 2026, and try to finish that school off. But we do know that at Army Trail, which we were talking about potentially getting started, with cost being over $10 million. Right now, things are looking like we may either have to consider doing it in phases or holding off. And then we did talk about the Army Trail gym flooring being potentially redone. We were talking about doing it this year. We're still looking at a potential of getting that done. We did also talk to our maintenance department, facilities guys about the Lincoln School traffic control and flow issues. We're still trying to come up with potential solutions over there. And some things that our facility department is working on are things like professional development opportunities, looking at developing a preventative maintenance schedule, and possibly developing a catastrophic emergency HVAC plan so we can stay ahead of things that could happen. Other than that, I think I've covered a lot, and the night is getting shorter. Anything else from the committee? Nope. That is all.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. Sutton, I believe you have a superintendent's report.
I do. Good evening, everyone. First off, it was my pleasure recognizing the winner of this year's Great Shake Contest. However, I also want to acknowledge and publicly thank DuPage Judge Chantel Porter. She graciously volunteered her time to serve as the guest judge for the last event in our series of Great Shake competitions. Also, coming up, Addison 4 is once again partnering with the Village to serve a community breakfast the morning of Memorial Day in the Commons area of Indian Trail to recognize all individuals that have served. Next, I am a large proponent of professional development for all educators, and this absolutely includes administrators. My administrative team and I have come across an opportunity to participate in a grant with Illinois State University to be able to provide my district office admin team and I professional development for the next school year at no cost, with a focus on systematic improvement. I'm excited for this opportunity, and I will keep you all apprised on the impact. And then just a friendly reminder that our June and July board meetings will transition to 5 p.m. start times. We had one FOIA request that was responded to, and details are within your board packet.
Thank you very much. All right, we are now down to items for board action.
First up, we have potential approval of the personnel report. Dr. Losi.
Thank you. I am presenting to the Board of Education for approval the personnel report as follows. In the area of licensed staff resignation, Ellen Corral, Karina Gonzalez, Eleni Metro Katsukis, Melissa Rivera. In the area of licensed staff retirement, Martine Enciso, Donna Kubik. In the area of licensed staff dismissal, Rachel Marshalik. In the area of licensed staff employment, Lauren Baker, Crystal Lee, Brandon Murillo. In the area of licensed staff rehire, Miguel Chacon Cruz. In the area of ESP staff employment, Abdul Manan Mohammed. In the area of ESP staff change of assignment, Veronica Ramos. ESP staff recall, Ileana Figueroa Sanchez, Daisy Hernandez, Allison Smith, Anastasia Valadez. In the area of ESP staff resignation, Jacqueline Cantorall, Francisca Cervantes, Cynthia Luna, Adelie Murillo, Shani Roglin, Stephanie Rosas. In the area of ESP staff dismissal, Leslie Avila Torres, Paulina Gutierrez. In the area of leave of absence licensed staff, Jacqueline Arjeta, Stacy Gertzfield Rasevich, Corinne Huber, Catherine Lazaro, Sarah Merite. In the area of leave of absence ESP staff, Gina Matazuski. I do request that the board approve this as presented this evening.
Is there a motion to approve the personnel report as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Surge, second by Jeremiah. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Lang,
Yes.
Ruffalo,
Yes.
Triantafylos,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Bollig,
Yes.
Castillo,
Yes.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next up, we have approval of an assistant director contract. I'm going to hand it over to Director Crystal Jimenez.
Good evening. From a pool of 7 applicants and 3 interviewees, Mrs. Leticia Gutierrez emerged as the standout candidate for Assistant Director of Biliteracy. She impressed the interview panel with her detailed 90-day plan focusing on teacher leadership and stakeholder relationships. Panel members described her as personable, knowledgeable, positive, and authentic, with valuable insight as an internal candidate. Mrs. Gutierrez holds 2 master's degrees from Concordia University, school leadership with administrative endorsement, and master's in the arts of teaching. Multiple endorsements, LBS 1, gifted education, and bilingual education, and a communication foundation from DePaul University. In her current role as an EL research teacher at Lincoln, she has embraced leadership opportunities, including overseeing the superhero camp and presenting to families at our bilingual parent advisory committee. She will also be presenting at the upcoming Bilingual Parent Summit. Her passion for the Addison community, expertise in curriculum development, and experience in both EL and SPED programming make her uniquely qualified. The administration and staff look forward to her contributions in creating an empowering environment for multilingual learners. I respectfully request board approval of her administrator employment contract. Welcome, Letty.
Is there a motion to approve the Assistant Director of Biliteracy contract for Leticia Gutierrez as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Serge, second by Zach. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Ruffalo?
Yes.
Triantafyllos?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Bollig?
Yes.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Motion approved. Congratulations.
Welcome to the team. Next up, we have approval of the appointment of school treasurer and renewal of treasurer's bond. Actually, per Illinois School Code, school districts are required annually to actually file a notice of treasurer along with a copy of the annual treasurer's bond with the Regional Office of Education of whatever county they reside in. Within your board packet is the bond application and board resolutions appointing Melissa Morghese as the school treasurer. As such, I would recommend the board approves Mrs. Morghese as treasurer and provide authorization for execution of the annual treasurer's bond as presented.
Is there a motion to approve the appointment of school treasurer and renewal of treasurer's bond as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Dave.
Second.
Second by Jeremiah. Any questions or discussion? So just my one question about on the bond calculation form,
I'll get you a new one.
We'll get it corrected before we sign that one. Okay. And just for the group, there's just one figure on there that's wrong, so we'll get that updated. Okay, roll call, please.
Triantafyllos?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Bollig?
Yes.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Ruffalo?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next up, we have approval of administrative and non-certified salary increases and contracts. The Addison Ford Board of Education has a salary subcommittee that meets to discuss recommendations for salary increases and administrative contracts for staff that are not a part of the collective bargaining agreement. This subcommittee met on March 20th to discuss salary increases and contracts for staff not a part of the collective bargaining agreement. I respectfully recommend that the board approves the administrative and non-certified salary increases and contracts found within your board contract or board packet.
Is there a motion to approve the administrative and non-certified salary increases and contracts as presented?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Jeremiah. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Bollig?
Yes.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Ruffalo?
Yes.
Triantafyllos?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next up is another annual item, the approval of the 25-26 Consolidated District Plan. Mrs. Cartman.
The Federal Every Student Succeeds Act requires that school districts to submit and annually review a consolidated district plan. The plan covers all of our federal grants that are provided to the districts. The purpose of the plan is to ensure that all children receive a high-quality education and to close the achievement gap between children meeting the challenging state academic standards and those children who are not meeting those standards. I respectfully recommend the approval of the 25-26 Consolidated District Plan.
Is there a motion to approve the 25-26 Consolidated District Plan as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Serge.
Second.
Second by Jeremiah. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Ruffalo?
Yes.
Triantafyllos?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Bollig?
Yes. Motion approved.
Next up, we have approval of the auditor contract. Mrs. Morghese.
Okay. We recommend that you award the audit service for fiscal years 26 through 28 to Lauterbach and Amen. The firm provided critical support for us when our auditors resigned in the middle of last year's audit, and they got in, stepped up promptly, and got us our audit. Yes, it was a little late, but they only had 4 months to do it. So in your packet, there is the summary of the findings for the contract terms. So we respectfully recommend that the board approve the contract with Lauterbach and Amen as our auditor for the fiscal years 26 through 28.
Is there a motion to approve the auditor contract as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Jeremiah, second by Zach.
This guy here, Tasso.
Oh, Tasso. Second by Tasso. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Lang.
Yes.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Triantafylopoulos.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Bollig.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next up, we have approval of the food vendor contract. Also, Mrs. Morghese.
Okay, after reviewing the food service performance over the past year, it is clear that Organic Life has delivered an outstanding service to our schools and our community. Their focus on quality, the variety of fresh vegetables and fresh fruits has been noticeably a positive impact on our schools. So we respectfully recommend that the Board of Education approve the food service management company 25-26 school year for Organic Life as presented in your packet, and authorize the Assistant Superintendent of Business to execute the contract renewal and submittal for awardment of to ISB, sorry.
Is there a motion to approve the food vendor contract as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Jeremiah,
Second.
second by Zach. Questions or discussion?
One question. The increase, how is that compared to the other companies that are doing the same for other schools?
It's what we agreed on in our renewal, so it's a 3.6% increase, and we didn't know what CPI was going to be, so it'll be a 3% increase every fiscal year, 3.6% for the next 2 more years, and then we'll go out annually with them. We can go up to 10 years, 5 years, and then 10 years complete.
Well, I guess, how's the pricing compared to our previous food vendor?
With CEP, it's hard to, because we get more money from the state than we're actually paying out. So it's hard to really tell what we were going to, because with their bid, they bid so low on our bid last year. I don't know what it would have been this year.
Are you saying the previous food vendor bid so low?
Yes, they actually underbid what we were paying them.
Right.
But our thing was more food quality, not
Well, of course, yes.
price.
Yeah, I think the children can talk and attest
Right.
that
Yeah.
the food quality is
Yes.
so far superior this year.
Yeah. And everyone I talk to, they do comment on how they like the food better. It's fresher. I mean, if anyone has anything different, then they can come in and let me know. But everyone I've talked to says it's better.
Yeah.
Manny was also a food tester, right? The kid that won the.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, great shake, yeah.
And I told my 6th grader we were voting on this today, and he said, absolutely, it's very good food. So that's.
Well, there you go.
Okay, anything else? Roll call, please.
Lang.
Yes.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Triantafylopoulos.
Absolutely, yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Bollig.
Yes.
Castillo.
Yes.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next up, we have a resolution to transfer funds from Fund 20 to Fund 60. Mrs. Morghese.
Okay, annually prior to the fiscal year close, the board reviews the balances of the capital projects, and then we transfer adequate funds from the Buildings and Grounds budget to the Capital Projects Fund. Attached in your packet is the resolution to meet this year's goal for the new fiscal year with a positive balance in the capital projects. So we respectfully recommend that the Board of Education approve the resolution for transferring of funds from the Operation and Maintenance Fund to the capital projects as presented.
Is there a motion to approve the transfer of funds from Fund 20 to Fund 60 as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Dave.
Second.
Second by Jeremiah. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Ruffalo.
One more.
Yes.
Triantafylopoulos.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Bollig?
Yes.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Last action item, approval of custodial services contract. Mrs. Morghese.
The initial contract with ABM was for 3 years, with the option to extend the contract by mutual agreement for the next additional 2 years. This will be our first renewal. The annual increases are what CPI was, so 2.9% over this fiscal year. So we respectfully recommend that the board approve the contract with ABM Industry Groups LLC with a 1-year contract cost of $1,439,645.01.
Got to push the button.
Is there a motion to approve the custodial services contract as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Jeremiah, second by Dave. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Triantaflos?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Bollig?
Yes.
Castillo?
Yes.
Frangidakis?
Yes.
Lang?
Yes.
Ruffalo?
Yes.
Motion approved. I think we are down to discussion items.
That is correct. First, our next regular Board of Education meeting is Wednesday, June 18th, back at Indian Trail Junior High Boardroom, 5 p.m. Please note the change in time. Next up, we have a meetings clubs activity summary. Dr. Lucy.
Thank you. As you are aware, we like to share a summary of the clubs and activities that took place throughout the school year and include some pictures. I would like to say thank you to all of our licensed staff members who ran a club or activity this year. We appreciate your willingness to offer diverse experiences outside of the academic school day for our students. I think it's really important to their growth and development. And again, thank you to the board for funding those activities. As many of you who attend the meetings regularly know, we tend to approve more than what's required in the negotiated agreement, and we're very grateful to provide those for our students.
All right. Next up, already the last day of classes for students for the 24-25 school year will already be May 28th. Next up, we also have an enrollment update. Mrs. Morghese.
Okay. As of today, we have 45% of the students enrolled. We are going to push out some parent squares and see if we can maybe get some more enrollment in. There's some schools that are struggling to get enrollment in, so I will also have the principals send out a parent square too. It's slower than last year, but last year I know we did some incentives. So, I mean, we are doing an incentive now, but I think that is why we were so much further last year than we are this year. But we also started a month and a half earlier last year. We started at the end of February and we started April 1st this year because of Skyward. So we're going to try and push out some, parent squares and trying to get more students registered.
Next up, already board, the Joy Annual Conference. The dates have been posted. They are November 21st and November 23rd. Amazingly, I can already begin registering folks June 2nd, which seems like it should be further away than it is. Somewhat interrelated to this, within your board packet is a link of information about a resolution I would like the board to consider at next month's board meeting. Essentially, not only for a board member, but all community members out here that are a part of this meeting right now. There are 3 entities that really lead all school districts and impact them in a lot of ways. They would be the Association for School Board Members, Superintendents, and CSBOs. Periodically, they get together and they come up with various vision statements that are meant to impact policy, legislation, and future fiscal goals. Within your board packet is more information about this. They have a Vision 2030. If you recall, this was actually a big discussion point at last year's III conference. Although there's a lot more details, it essentially focuses around future-focused learning, shared accountability, and predictable funding. By you folks potentially approving this resolution, you become one of about 500 school districts to align to this direction that really kind of gives more emphasis on some of the policy that really would benefit us as a public school district in this state as we move forward. So at this point, it really is just a discussion item, and if anything, it's really just showing support for a general direction of these three entities. The next item, I will hand it over to President Bollig. It relates to board subcommittees.
Yep, so according to Board Policy 2, Section 150, the board president appoints all members of all board subcommittees. So if any board members would like to remain on the committees they're currently on or transition to any other subcommittees, please just reach out to me directly and let me know that, and then we can make any changes as we want to for the year.
Last up would be our first reading of board policy updates. Dr. Losey.
Thank you. In your board packet, you will find a list of policies that were presented for a discussion item this month. We will look at that next month for a second reading and approve those policy changes. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me or a member of the policy committee.
We did not have any communications to and from the board, and that would complete all of our discussion items. President Bollig.
All right, we did receive 2 blue cards on non-agenda items today. The first one is from Adriana Mena. Are you in the, would you like to come up and speak? That'd be great. That microphone right there.
Hello and good evening. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I will try my best to get through this without tearing up. I'm here, and I'm already starting. I'm here today because often we come to talk to you about our school needs, which are warranted because there is truly a need. But in this case, I wanted to share my positive experience with Lincoln School. My child started kindergarten this year and had a very challenging time due to his medical condition. All that to say is that staff at Lincoln has been amazing, especially his teacher, Ms. Georgakopoulos. She is truly incredible. Her patience, dedication, love, and overall excellence to my son and all her other students has made a huge impact. Her morning affirmations and her classroom family that she has created are amazing. My son always says that he is proud to be a bulldog. He loves his school and will miss Ms. Georgakopoulos when he goes to college, which is for a long while, luckily for my mom heart. I also wanted to share that his pediatrician and other medical professionals are always amazed at how much care, attention, and assistance he has received during his kindergarten year. Because sadly, that is not the norm many kids like my son encounter. Lincoln staff has had various challenges this year with all the changes and staff shortages. But staff there is amazing, and I am very grateful to be given the opportunity to share that. As you can see by Ms. Gutierrez here, she's one of the amazing staff there. Along with everybody else, and I can name all of them. They all know my son by name, and they always see him, and they always greet him kindly. As a side note, I would like to add a quick suggestion. I personally believe that there are more teachers and staff, not only at Lincoln School, but at the whole district, that are worthy of public recognition. And more should be done because we want them to stay in District 4 and continue ensuring that our kids grow and be successful in the future. Thank you for your time.
Addison 4 is wonderful because of the staff and the students, but also because of committed parents like yourself. Let's give her another round of applause.
Thank you very much. Okay, we had one other comment from someone who's not in the room, but I'll read it. It's from Marianne Presto from Organic Life, our food service vendor. She said, "Good afternoon. On behalf of Organic Life, I would like to take this moment to thank you for the opportunity to serve and be partners with this school district. We have accomplished many things in our first year and look forward to adding more milestones next year. Serving Addison School District 4 has been an absolute privilege, and we are deeply thankful to be among a community who is so deeply invested in the well-being and success of their children. I would also like to thank everyone for the warm welcome that we received. I personally was new to the company and the district and couldn't have asked for a warmer welcome from day one. I'm already planning for next year, and I can't wait to add new ideas and events to the program. Thank you. So thank you very much for hearing. All right, is there any other miscellaneous or unfinished business to bring before the board?
I do have one item. I probably should have asked to have this put on committee reports, but on May 11th, I attended the operational and governing board meeting at NetSec along with Dr. Sutton. Our director brought a recommendation to those boards to hire an additional administrator. Dr. Sutton and I both voiced the opinion in separate meetings that, considering the fact our district has been reducing staff and cutting back on construction, we didn't feel that it was appropriate for us to vote yes for adding this administrator. We were echoed by 3 other school districts that are members of NetSec that agreed with that. The operational board voted on it, and they voted 5-4 in favor. Then the governing board, who's the school board members, voted on it. We only had 8 people there, and it was a split vote, 4-4. So this is not going forward. The director has pulled it off the table, and it won't be happening this next year, which I think was the appropriate decision to make. Did you have anything to add on that?
No, very well said.
And then the other thing, I again was elected as board chair for the governing board because nobody else wanted it.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
I was going to say thank you for your service, Day. All right, anything else? All right, is there a motion to adjourn the Wednesday, May 21st, 2025 Board of Education meeting?
So moved.
Motion by Zach.
Second.
Second by Serge. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Lang,
Yes.
Ruffalo,
Yes.
Triantafylopoulos,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Balig,
Yes.
Castillo,
Yes.
Frangidakis.
Yes.
Motion approved, meeting adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you all for coming.